Hey guys, it's me, Sadie Mayhem, back again. It's week 7 update for my ReShape gastric balloon diary. Woo! So I'm 7 weeks in and things are going along really well. I'm actually not having any negative effects at all that I can mention from the balloon. I'm still losing weight steadily and everything seems to be going really, really well. I know that I had said week 7 would be a this is what I eat in the day kind of video where you guys would follow me around the kitchen and I show you how I prepare my meals and the portion sizes and all those kind of things. Well, I filmed that video. I filmed it. I promise that I did. The problem is that I cannot get the voiceover to work. I've been trying for several days to be able to do the voiceover on the video and I just can't get it to work. I'm not exactly a professional videographer by any stretch of the imagination. The very first video I ever shot was the first video on this channel. So I've decided that I'm just going to do an update for week 7 and talk about what I was going to talk about in week 8 today, and then I will reshoot that video probably for week 9 because week 8 is a weigh-in week. So I'll probably reshoot that for week 9 and I'm just going to actually narrate it as I go this time instead of filming everything without the mic on, planning that I would come back and do a voiceover on it because obviously that just isn't in the cards for me. So welcome to week 7, and what I want to talk about today is about my journal. It's not required that you journal while you're on the ReShape program. Some of you may have different nutritionists and stuff than I do, and they may actually request that you keep a journal. My nutritionist did not. I actually just started journaling for my own benefit. So basically I went to Barnes & Noble and I picked up an average everyday, just weekly calendar. Oops, that stuff falls out of. And so let me open to a blank section. So as you can see, it's just a weekly calendar with the 7 days. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I had something that had enough space on each day that I felt I could record all of my food and all of my workouts and stuff in there without it, being overly crowded. And I didn't want to do a giant book, with a single page for each day. I thought that would just be way too much. So this works pretty well for me. I do not record anything in this book that is not related to food and or exercise. I don't put appointments in this book or any of that kind of thing. I'm like probably the most of you where I put all of my appointments and stuff are actually in my phone. I have multiple Google calendars depending on whether it's work, or we have a family calendar that we all share so we can keep each other updated about our appointments and those kind of things. Those things do not go in my book. This is strictly a food and exercise journal. So after I got the journal, I started writing in it and I was like, oh, that's fine, whatever. And it just so happened that I was at the craft store one day and they had a whole, because I'm sure you've seen that there's a big trend with journaling now. That, journaling for productivity and there's all these websites that here I set up these journals and everything. So I happened to be wandering through Michael's one day, picking up some different things for costumes and such. And I came across this section with all of these stickers and things for journals. And I picked up this pack of stickers. Let me just move that thing. I picked up this pack of stickers, which are strictly stickers that relate to diet and exercise. And there's almost 1,500 stickers in here, 1,475 stickers, and there's all kinds of stickers in here. I'll get a little closer so you can see. There's all kinds of stickers in here. There's stickers to record how far you walk when you walk. There's stickers to log workouts. There's stickers to, just kind of motivational stuff. There's stickers to log your water consumption and your food totals and all kinds of things in here. So I went ahead and picked these up. I thought they were pretty cool. The lights aren't going to be good to me today. And I've been using those in my journal to kind of make it a little more fun and interactive. I kind of like things to be colorful and that kind of thing. As you can see, I've kind of covered the front of the journal with stickers. I also picked up these kind of cool bookmarks, which look actually just like children's headbands, but they're actually bookmarks, so you fold out and they keep your page open. And just to show you what a typical week looks like for me, when I'm done with a week of journaling, this is what it looks like pretty much. So it's basically every day is just covered in stickers and notes and everything. And I basically add stickers for all kinds of things. I have, you know, all of my meals, you know, put by whatever stickers for my meals. I have my water logs. I have ones to make sure that to remind me to take my vitamins and just, you know, and those kind of things. I do my numbers of steps are in here every day. My total calories are in here. So those things are all in here every day. The other thing I do too is I actually put stickers and or notes depending on how I'm feeling that day. You know, if I have a day that I'm feeling crappy, it may get a frowny face sticker. And a day that I'm feeling great may get a big happy smiley face sticker. And I throw some motivational ones on there, you know, that say things like small progress is still progress and stuff like that, just because. But I actually think it's important also to keep track of my mood. Anytime you're on a very restrictive diet, whether it just be like having the balloon where you're just restricted in your portion size, or if you actually do a restrictive diet like a Whole30 or things of that nature, which we can talk about the Whole30 when I get the balloon out, because I actually love the Whole30 and we'll probably transition straight from having my balloon right into a Whole30. You find that as you're being more particular with your eating and the kinds of foods you eat, that different things make you feel different ways. I don't know why I paused for so long. You find that different foods can affect you both physically and emotionally. So I think it's important to kind of keep a log of that. You know, if you had a day, if you don't normally eat, like I don't eat grain, which I've discussed 100 times. I probably say it in every single video. And they recommend you stay away from things like pasta and bread and such while you have the balloon in, because they tend to stick to the balloon and that can cause some reflux and some bad breath and some other things that you don't want to have. But it may be that, you know, if I ate, oh, I know one, for example. We got Japanese hibachi takeout at work one night. And although I only ate the vegetables and the meat, I still the next day felt awful. I was sick to my stomach. I was groggy and foggy all day and stuff. And that's a good thing to note. That, you know, that obviously that whatever I ate, whatever was in that food didn't work for me. So, you know, that's probably somewhere if the crew's ordering again, that I'll just eat whatever in my lunchbox and won't bother to partake. So, but anyway, so journaling. Journaling's great. I strongly recommend journaling very much. I also recommend meditating. Just in general, just for your personal health and well-being. 5 minutes a day. It actually can make a huge difference. There's lots of apps and stuff to help you with like mindfulness meditation and stuff now. And I recommend that too. But that's not strictly related to diet. But journaling for your diet is great. It also gives you a way to reflect too if you happen to hit a plateau and you're not losing weight anymore, to kind of go back and look and see what you're doing. Maybe consult with your nutritionist or your doctor about what's going on. And that's one of the reasons I keep a hard copy, is so that if I do hit a plateau or if something weird happens, my nutritionist can kind of look at the hard copy and be like, oh, okay, you know, maybe we need to add some more protein, or we need to add some fat, or we need to, you know, tweak something else with your diet to kind of break the plateau. So having a journal is always great. I know you can keep food logs in your phone. Any of you who have the scale, the Fitbit scale that you get from ReShape, you've more than likely downloaded the Fitbit app, and you can log food in there. And I do use the apps. I actually use my FitnessPal, not the Fitbit app, but the apps I use to log food when I'm on the go. And then at the end of the day or the next day or whatever, I'll go ahead and write it down in my book so I have it in my book. I don't necessarily prefer my FitnessPal to the Fitbit app. It just so happens that my activity tracker is actually a Garmin via HR. And that is because when I purchased an activity tracker, which is probably over a year ago, at that time, that was the only multi-exercise activity tracker that you could swim with. There were other ones made by Fitbit and stuff that were specifically for swimmers that only tracked swimming, but I wanted an activity tracker that I could use for biking and running and swimming because I do all of those activities, and I wanted to make sure I had one. So anyway, so Garmin links to the MyFitnessPal is what I'm getting at. So that's why I use the MyFitnessPal. But I think that is it for today. I'm kind of rambly sitting here, although it smells very nice. Oh, and some of you asked me on Twitter last week about these cupcakes behind me, about why I had cupcakes behind me. These are, although they look like very scrumptious cupcakes, these are actually soap. They're soapy cupcakes that I make for my farm store. I do a whole line of goat milk soap, and these are actually soapy cupcakes. These are coconut lime, and they're delightful, but they're not actual real cupcakes. They just happen to be in here drying on this shelf behind me for now until it's time for me to sell them. So I don't have a weird row of cupcakes in my craft room. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you like this video, please go ahead and smash that like button. I said smash because that's what the YouTubers say. If you want to keep up with my progress, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, which is always fun. I know some of you have noticed that I've started putting up other videos with my daughter and stuff on my channel. I'll always keep the ReShape stuff on its own playlist. So if you don't have any interest in looking at anything else, you can always just go to that specific playlist and just watch those videos, and you don't have to be bothered with anything else that's on my channel. I'm always happy to talk to you guys on social media. You can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram. Get in touch with me any way you can. I'm always checking the comments. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to leave them below. And I will see you guys next week in week 8 for the weigh-in. Bye!